gonna get things popping. 3, 2, 1. Let's get this disclaimer in. Y'all better be hitting your Friday night wine glass. I love how that sounds. It's real good energy up in here. Let me do it one more time, okay? Y'all better be hitting the Friday night wine glass. Boy, do we got some wine for y'all tonight. Okay, I have been working. We've been working, Teddy, huh? Working. Welcome to fucking Friday. Of course, you guys know that Sweet Bitch is taking over the show, okay? I got the peach bubbly, okay? This is Moscato. I'm going to tell y'all about it later, all right? It smells good. Y'all remember Juleps or, what's the name of that candy? Is it like 9 later? No, it's not 9 laters, y'all. Jolly Ranchers. That's what this smells like, Jolly Ranchers. Oh, I got to get a sip now. I can't even wait for you. I'm trying to wait for y'all to light up, smoke up, whatever y'all do, pull up. You know we don't discriminate over here. Moderators, no blocking, okay? I know y'all got a lot of hard work to do in the comments, okay? But we are all about freedom of speech over here, okay? We don't block nobody for nothing. Now, we got one heck of a show tonight for y'all. Now, it's going to be a little different tonight, okay? I'm going to do commentary for about 30 minutes, okay? Got some exclusive wine on Mr. Nick Cannon. Who else we got some exclusive? I'm going to say the rest of the exclusive for next week, okay? Since this interview, all right? Now, listen. This interview is pretty graphic, all right? If you are highly sensitive when it comes to kids, okay? Or anything dealing with children, this ain't the show for you tonight, okay? And the reason I'm doing this show, okay? And if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, I am talking about Duty Low. David Salisbury, okay, who is a rapper under Lil Durk's record label, okay? Against FTN Bae, whose government name is Brittany Elder. Now, those two have been going back and forth for the last 3 months, okay, on social media, and it's been extremely graphic, okay, involving her son. Now, I followed the story from the very beginning. I've had the pleasure of speaking with David myself, as well as his attorneys. And, of course, Brittany, whom you are going to see tonight, okay? And the only reason, okay, I am allowing this interview over here because normally it goes on the app, Tasha K Live, okay? If you guys want to see Duty Low's interview and you haven't seen it yet and seen his side, it is on my app /website, TashaKLive.com. The link is below. Sign up there. It is in the $12 tier, and that's the only way you'll be able to see it, okay? And so if you want to hear his side, but I thought her side was more important since she was the one that brought forth the allegations, okay, against him concerning her son, okay? And there's so many women that get on social media and lie on men who have careers. Even though we may not agree with his career, that's not for us to judge, but this could be your father, this could be your brother, this could be your husband, and all it takes is just one allegation. And we all know in the court of public opinion how that goes, okay? And so for that reason only is the reason why I decided to allow Brittany's interview on the channel, because she decided to take it to social media to ruin this man's career. And so we shall put forth the truth, okay, on this here social media tonight, all right? Hit the wine glass. All right, we also got some wine on Adele. Who else, okay? Not very many topics tonight. We're going to talk about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian as well, and Julia Fox again. Like I said, I'll be saving the bulk of my topics for next week since this interview is going to take up most of Fuckery Friday tonight, okay? And listen, before we go ahead and get started with this wine, of course, guys, we have to thank the sponsors over here. That is the reason why I don't ask y'all for donations, although we do accept them, okay? We got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means, hold that thought. Boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back. Let's get it. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known found to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. AdamandEve.com. I'm talking toys, bondage, lingerie, and so much more. Plus, they have 24/7 customer service, so you can order at 3 a.m. if you ain't coming, if you get me, okay? And if something isn't working out, you can send it back within 90 days, no hassle. And if that's not enough, you can also take pleasure in knowing that 20% of their profits goes to help fight the spread of HIV around the world. So go on ahead and log on to AdamandEve.com. Use the code Tasha K for 50% off one item plus free shipping in the U.S. and Canada. Some exclusions apply now, but hurry up and visit AdamandEve.com so they can make you come. To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content. And we're back. Let me go on and get my wine. Like I told you, it tastes like a peach Jolly Rancher over here. Shout out to Sweet Bitch for sponsoring the show tonight, okay? Now, I have gotten some rather disturbing news on Mr. Nick Cannon. Where he at? Part of this is funny. Because, you know, out of all the BS that black women have dealt with over the years, absentee fathers, absentee husbands, absentee boyfriends, mental abuse, emotional abuse. Now, not all of them are like that, okay? But to see them get down like this in the public eye in Hollywood, this is a new high. I gotta tell you. This is a new high. Black men, where is that? Where is Cynthia G when you need her? Where's Cynthia G when you need her? Because I never thought that I would ever see, to this day, a black man that was able to avoid child support and yet impregnate white woman after Blasian woman after Hispanic woman, everything but a black woman to this day. I have yet to see it work. Got a daytime talk show on it. And what's even more devastating, okay, is that he had one pregnant while she was married. This one here. What is her name? Bree? Hold on. Bree Teaser. I think that's how you say her name. Don't get me to lie, okay? Bree Teaser. This is probably the most clout she's ever gotten, okay? This is her ex-husband who she just divorced in November of 2021, Johnny Manziel. Okay, I'm having to look at their names because I frankly don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Manziel. Recently divorced in November because she was pregnant by this ain't shit. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. How do you give up your husband, your life, your everything to become a baby mama to a black man? I have seen it all. Teddy, don't do that now, Teddy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, not only that, okay, I do feel sorry, and my heart as well as my prayers go out to and I'm not gonna say her name here. His previous baby mama who just recently buried a baby, and to have to see him celebrating at a baby shower a few months later with a recently divorcee. Okay. If I were Nick, I would get it tested because you know ex-husbands still can hit that every now and then. Okay, as my mama should tell you. Now, I got a call from somebody, and even though this is the 8th that we know of, okay, to come into fruition, there's supposedly one more, unfortunately, okay, and while he's out dishing apologies to all of his non-black baby mamas, Black women know where I'm going with this. There is another one. Even though he has been abstinent, okay, for the last 9 months or so, ever since the last one came out, she apparently doesn't want her pregnancy public, okay? But eventually, of course, it will come out and he will have to issue another apology again. And the reason he's only issuing apologies on the daytime talk show is because white women watch that talk show. The last thing they want is some jive striking, chucking, whatever they call them. Okay? Father was a Rolling Stone Negro. Okay? Impregnating their women and bragging about it on national daytime television. Won't he do it? I'm talking about Nick. Won't he do it? Moving on, because he ain't. Who next? These people. I think Nick Cannon and Kanye West deserve deadbeat father, absentee father, sorry ass husband, year of the award. I said year of the award. What the hell? It's the wine. What the hell am I supposed to say? It's the damn wine already. Award of the year. Yeah, award of the year. This damn wine already done kicked in. Look. It's so good. Shout out to Sweet Bitch. It hit it right on the spot. Now, Kim Kardashian is on Instagram arguing with her soon-to-be ex-husband, black ex-husband, okay? Because this is the shit that black women go through when they go through divorces, okay? We're the only ones that get dragged on social media, okay? No other woman, but Kim is the first. Kim is the first. Welcome her into the baked macaroni and cheese club. Now, Kanye seemingly has a problem with how Kim is moving concerning their children, even though he has torn down a $4 million house across the street from the house that she lives at, and he's building a house, okay, to watch the house. Said he was going to take his children to school every morning. Kim said he ain't been by the house but one time, and that was to see who in the hell was over there. Okay? That's his house. And he going to build the exact same house across the street. Ain't that some shit? Now, he has recently, now I'm not going to put the little girl picture up. He's posted North's photo to social media, okay? And basically said to social media, how does a newly divorced, because I've never been divorced before, a black man, even though there's plenty of black men that can tell him, deal with his wife allowing their child to have a TikTok, and he done posted the little girl all over damn social media. Now, I really want us to send out just a quick prayer for Kim because she about to go through it. I think all the black women need to reach out and give her y'all stories and let her know to just drag his ass through court. That is the only thing that will shut his ass the fuck up. You got 4 children you got full custody of. And the black men, I hear them talking in barbershops and shit. They baby mamas ain't shit. Kanye, welcome to the club. Your baby mama ain't shit. That's what you say. That's what you say. Only reason being is because you ain't getting no pussy no more. That's it. I thought that was doing it for you. I thought saggy ass was doing it for you down here, Miss Julia Fox. But now he want her friends. Whole reason why on her birthday, Miss Julia Fox, Miss I have dated nothing but billionaires. She named Drake as one, even though he's not a billionaire. That's the reason why he gave her and her friends all Birkins on her birthday. Now, it's my birthday. I'm getting dragged through the public. I'm being called a gold digger and a clout chasing you by me and my friends a Birkin. And friends like the same thing. I would not be surprised if he tapped them all the same night, only to get on social media to drag Kim's ass, okay? It's funny. It's funny. I just had to give y'all an update on that bullshit. We'll be back next week with the full story, okay? Moving on. Oh, this is some good wine. Y'all got to Google this wine, okay? Sweet bitch Moscato peach butter. I'm telling you, you know how you suck on a Jolly Rancher, like a peach Jolly Rancher, it's just, especially if you put them in the refrigerator, they get real cold and succulent. That's how this tastes right here. That's how this tastes. Real quick, before we move on to our next topic, real quick, okay? It's bullshit. Like I said, I'm trying to move on so y'all can get to this interview because that's why y'all here in the first place. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Dropped the new track called Do We Have a Problem? And I gotta tell you, I sent her a message and I told her I'm proud of her because she has elevated the sound of female rap from selling pussy, from eating pussy, and from everything that they do with pussy. I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. And to see her put out tracks like the greats do, and they ain't got to talk about all that bullshit down there, I'm proud of her. And for her to do it at 40. Now the rappers got to catch up with the new sound. Congratulations. I just had to stop the show for a moment to shout out to our sister, okay, for doing it. All right? Earned everything she got the legal way. I hit the bottle on that one. Who's next? Jada Lil Baby. I'm trying to move on because it's almost, look, we got 15 minutes, 8:30. You know, I could be long-winded, okay? Now, did I lie? Did I lie? Okay? I told y'all when Lil Baby was blasted for taking Sweetie out on a shopping spree for $100,000, and instead of her being cool, calm, and collected, she wanted to do an interview, not an interview, an interview, explaining that she knew about the shopping spree before everybody else knew. But she don't give a fuck. That's what Jada said. She don't give a fuck. I hear everything first. I got the call from the store, from the Chanel store, that he was in there. But she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck enough just to I can't even get the damn word out. Bitch on vacation, few days ago, giving him some fuck. You know why? Because she was embarrassed. Used all her little pole money at Magic City to put him on. He flipped the pole money and go spend it on a bitch that looked just like her. The only difference is one bleach and the other don't. Did I lie? Moving on. And we got two more before we go? Yeah, one more. Last one. I ain't gonna make y'all wait. I told you I'm trying to move on. This is the fastest I've ever moved through topics. Okay. Did I lie? Why y'all put fat Adele up here? This is not fair. This ain't right. She ain't fat no more. We can't do this to her. Just like they be using my old fat pictures after I had a baby and stuff when they be dragging me on social media. I'm not about to drag this woman fat. She ain't fat no more. Even though she was real pretty when she was fat, she ain't never been no ugly woman. Now, I'm going to give it to Adele, but this one here, tiny with the tiny voice? No. So just picture skinny Adele here, half the size of the picture, okay? I don't want her calling me up saying, why you do me like that? That ain't true. I almost said something. I almost said something. You out here lying on me? We're going to court. Okay, now, Adele. Now, I told y'all before that this was a relationship of convenience, okay? Mr. Rich Paul, LeBron James, Tristan Thompson's manager, a host of other basketball players wanted to cross over into music. He wanted to do his little Jay-Z. The only difference is he's too short. You know what I'm saying? But, he's made it. He had to throw a little dick to cross over into the white market, but he's made it. You know what I'm saying? And so, what better way to be eating fish and grits at Oprah's house because you gave a dick to a white woman. Now, reports have said that Adele canceled the show because there was some type of threat. okay? She recently got on social media to say that she didn't cancel her residency in Las Vegas over threats. It was, or COVID-19 or something like that. I don't know. She gave up some excuse. I forgot what excuse she gave, but it was some bullshit excuse. But the background dancers and the singers in the back in the band saw her on the phone crying in between breaks while rehearsing for her Vegas residency, okay? People already bought their tickets. They ready to hear this heifer sing Skinny. They want to see if the voice is still the same, okay? I know we saw her with Oprah, but you know what they do on television. We want to see it in person. You know, fat women ain't got the same pipes as the skinny women. It changes. Now, so the people that was rehearsing with her said that she was crying. You know, taking breaks, you know, to go talk on the phone with Mr. Rich Paul. And that's the reason why she canceled the show. Now, like I said, you know, back to all these white women, Blasian women getting dogged out by black men. Okay, and Kim Kardashian, this is another one. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the club, Adele. You just gonna have to eat some chicken every now and then. I know you're vegan now and shit, but you're gonna have to eat some chicken now and then. You're gonna be with us now. You can't be on the phone crying. You don't got to leave work because you scared that he done took your car to see another bitch. Now, to make a long story short, I told y'all that this was about a check, okay? And then during her interview with Oprah asked her, you know what I'm saying? What was this about? How did you meet him? She said, well, he said it was a business meeting. I said, business meeting? What do you mean, business meeting? What type of business do we have, you know, to discuss? And so he discussed the business of dick with her. Now he everywhere. I gotta tell you that, if anybody's a clout chaser, this was a good one. Okay, this one, he got everybody beat. Now, she canceled a multi-million-dollar show. Okay? Lied to the people about why she canceled the show. After band members and dancers and everybody said she was on the phone taking breaks, cried on the phone with him, and then she boards a plane the night she cancels the show to go fly to LA from Vegas to see what the fuck he doing. Skinny Adele did it. I would thought Fat Adele would have done it, but no, it was Skinny Adele. That means she has not yet to fix inside self-esteem. Because let me tell you something about this. He's no different than her ex-husband. He's a manager. He's a salesman. He has the gift of gab. He can tell a bitch anything from anywhere from afar and they will fucking believe it. Have you ever seen him talk? He can sell snow to a motherfucking Eskimo like, bitch, you ain't got this snow. This is some nice snow. I know you got snow over here, but check out this snow. See how fluffy it is? Short, little, voice of a mouse, body of a mouse. Reminds me of Jermaine Dupri's little brother. You know what I'm saying? Out here and got tall women crying. She got more money than them. Now, Adele, this is my advice to you before we move on to this interview, is that I know that you fixed yourself outside. You wasn't ugly before. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ugly now. You look what? You're beautiful now. But if you are continuing to attract the same dick and you can't see that you're attracting the same sales dick, okay? Just because this was black and your ex-husband was white, but they into the same shit, trying to manage you, which is AKA pimp your ass because you got low self-esteem. I'm disappointed all the way around. Now, Mr. Rich, now I'm going to take up for him here because I don't think that he told Adele to miss her show. He don't strike me as that type of stupid, okay? What he strikes me as, I'm not going to answer the phone because I want you to wonder, but I'm going to give you all the good riddance and the motivation and the good motivational speaking that I can to keep your ass there. But instead, he realized in that moment he had her digmatized. Anybody that leaves multi-million dollars, now she done left her husband, gave him half. And now you leaving a show that pays your bills to go chase to see if he done took your motherfucking Honda to see his baby mama? Man, get up out of here. Go get your ass some counseling, okay? Now, Before we get this interview started, okay, I'm going to do a brief introduction, okay? We're going to run our sponsors one more time, and I'll be back to do a brief introduction for y'all. Welcome to all of y'all. Remember, moderators, no blocking, okay? This interview is going to have y'all on edge, okay? And I don't want y'all fighting in the chat, even though y'all going to fight anyway, okay? Just fight fair. All right, we got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to hold that thought. We'll be right back. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and it has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. AdamandEve.com. I'm talking toys, bondage, lingerie, and so much more. Plus, they have 24/7 customer service, so you can order at 3 a.m. if you ain't coming, if you get me, okay? And if something isn't working out, you can send it back within 90 days, no hassle. And if that's not enough, you can also take pleasure in knowing that 20% of their profits goes to help fight the spread of HIV around the world. So go on ahead and log on to AdamandEve.com. Use the code Tasha for 50% off one item plus free shipping in the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply now, but hurry up and visit AdamandEve.com so they can make you come. To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content. And we're back. We're back. All right. Now, I know y'all have been waiting, okay? 2 days too long for this interview. Now, the reason I said that this interview was going on the channel, normally it would go on my app, is because she used her platform to tear down and lie and label a black man as a molester. Okay? And so my heart was really in this because I see this every day in my line of work. You'll be surprised looking at my emails, the accusations that are going on, especially when it comes to men, because of bitter women. Okay? And so everything that people have questioned is in this interview, okay? All of the receipts that you guys have been asking for on both sides, okay, are in this video, okay? And so, like I said, if you guys are highly triggered, this is not the video for you because it is involving a child, unfortunately, but because this lie was told, I decided to lend my platform to correct it. Okay, and so you're going to see the interview end kind of abruptly. I do want to tell you that because we couldn't keep it going. We do have some BTS footage, okay, other than what was on social media that is going on our app, TashaKLive.com. You'll be able to access it there by tomorrow. We'll be uploading it tonight. You'll be able to access it by tomorrow, of course, on the app, okay? And so if you are not subscribed to the app, please feel free to visit our website, TashaKLive.com, and then you can download the app on the Google and iOS store and stream away, okay? And without further ado, like I said, I don't want to hear no BS in the comments about Tasha. This is too sensitive, okay? You've been warned, all right? Let's get it popping.
Brittany Elder, okay, a.k.a. FTN Bae or whatever, you know. When she makes a post, you make a post. She makes a post, you make a post. And then you got millions of viewers, you know, commenting. 3 screws. Yes. Welded together, which means you have to take a blowtorch. Yeah. Take 3 screws that are obviously pointed because screws go in the wall, okay? And you take a blowtorch and weld them together until they melt and harden. And then you ram them into a 5-year-old child's anus. I want people to vividly see this, and I know it's graphic. And she didn't find out until a month later.
She said 2 months.
2 months, a month or 2 months. But I did see her because she said it happened in September, October.
She said it happened October 6th.
Like, I'm like, my heartbeat. I'm like, what you talking about? And then he say, Alex put something there. I say, what? What are you talking about? So I'm like, what are you talking about? Alex did what? What was it? He says, it was a little spiky thing. I said, where'd she get it from? I don't know. I said, what color was it? Silver and gold. I said, okay. Freaking out, because I don't know what's going on. I'm asking questions like, how did you feel? Did you like it? Were you guys playing? Like, what were y'all doing? I don't get it. And he said, I said, how did you feel? Like, how did you feel? He said, I felt sad. I said, why? He said, because no one had ever done that to me before. So I'm like, what? We can't lie on Alex, okay? Because if she didn't do it, we can't say that she did it. Because that's really, really bad. And you can't blame somebody for something like that.
I know that we're here under real stressful circumstances for you. And I appreciate you even accepting our offer for you to sit here. And I told you that I would be neutral based on the comment that I made when you first came out, which was that the screw story sounded way too far-fetched, right? And so I didn't know you. I don't know you now sitting here. Even though I've watched a great deal of videos and interviews, I've gotten to know you. Your music is really good. Yes, I did see that. You definitely do have talent. So, and I hope that you do keep pushing forward on that because you do have something. As far as, you know, who you are, you've been catching a lot of backlash due to your announcement and then retraction and then announcement again regarding your 5-year-old son, Alex, right?
Wesley.
That's Wesley. So where did we get Alex from?
Alex was a 3-year-old that was at the house that witnessed everything.
Oh, okay. So I was confused because I don't see you post your child a lot. And so I like I said, I'm here very neutral with you today. So I'm not going to assume that I know you or know everything involved. All I know is what you say and what David says as well. Formerly, who goes by Duty Low. Okay, so you are FTN Bae, formerly known as Curly Red. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so how did you and David Duty Low come to know each other?
He DM'd me on Instagram.
Okay, and when he DM'd you, did you instantly reply or did you kind of make him wait?
And 4 days later, I replied back to him. And then actually, I told him when I met him in the DM that I thought that he was too scary for me.
I could see that.
And I still gave him my number. So here I am today. But anyways, yeah, so I gave him my number and then we were talking maybe for like a couple of days and then not even a week later, he flew out to meet me. Okay.
So you guys, I take it you instantly hit it off because I've seen messages that he showed me between you all and you. Yeah. I've seen messages from you. You guys were a lot closer than what the public knows. You guys were exchanging I love you and I love you back. And so this was coming on both sides. And I do want to state for the record that he hasn't told me, despite everything that's been going on, he hasn't told me anything bad about you. I'm not going to lie about that. He's always said that he's always thought you were a good person, but he felt like there were some issues going on, I guess, with you emotionally and mentally or something like that. And so he was very vague about that part. So he hasn't told me anything bad about you thus far. And so besides what we're here for today, and if you had to, and it's kind of hard for me to ask you to put that out of your mind because of what you're dealing with now. And I could tell that this is very stressful for you. And I can just look at your body language. I can look at, your face and stuff like that. And like I said, you look much smaller on camera. You said that's due to you losing a ton of weight behind all of this that's going on. And so did you really love him?
Probably not.
Probably not?
No, it was just fast. Everything was fast. Our relationship was extremely toxic. It got really bad.
And this was before you found out?
Right, before I found out. Like, it was really bad. Like, we were only together for like 4 months. So, you know, the first couple months, always honeymoon months. You don't fight or anything. Everything's perfect the way it's supposed to be. It's too good to be true. And then a little after 2 months, sometime like July 27th, I think it was, I went to Atlanta. And one of his ex-girlfriends pulled up at the house. It was a big fight, a mess. And since then, it just was downhill from that. And it was just me breaking up with him and then him trying to get me back. And then I take him back and I break up with him again for the same thing. And I take him back and it's just like never ending. And it was just emotionally draining.
Okay. So let's talk about, because I know you've made, and I've watched some of your videos and people have taken your lives and they're cut and stuff like that. And so, you know, your original live, I know you had around 20,000 people watching when you first, like after you made your post, and then you went live to talk more in depth about it. And you basically said that it was, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. From the time that you guys broke up, I believe it was in September, correct? Or was it?
September 21st.
Okay.
But we always broke up.
So
we were still talking. Even though I broke up with him, we were still talking. Like nothing was abnormal. Like, I broke up with him, but that was probably like the 5th time I broke up with him. And so he would have still been back and we would still been probably together for longer if I would have never found this out. It wasn't like we was like, it was really bad, we were arguing. Like, it wasn't like that. It was just normal stuff, like just the normal stuff that we was going through.
Okay. So from September 21st, we got October. So around October 1st is when you found out, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you said before you found out that when, you know, Wesley told you that he was touched, violated, you had noticed some behavior in him. What was the behavior? And I've seen you say it online, but you never really went in depth. I mean, you did talk about the diarrhea, but as far as
diarrhea, he was just pooping on himself.
Now, as far as his, like, even though that's a physical symptom, but what about like,
he was more clingy. He cried more for me. I couldn't drop him off. Before this happened, I could drop him off and then I'd be gone because I travel too and I'd be busy. Okay. And so he would never cry for me. He'd be cool. And then all of a sudden, I'm dropping him off at Alex's house. And, you know, her mom would tell me, Wesley's crying for you more. So he started crying for me more clingy, like just more aggressive, more temper tantrums.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and this was out of the norm for him. Is he normally like a happy kid or?
Yeah, my son's a great kid.
Okay.
A great kid.
All right, so I mean, and I'm listening to you as a mother. I have 2 kids myself. So I have a 2-year-old and I have a 15-year-old. So, and this is your only child, correct?
Yeah.
You're really shaking right now.
Yeah, because I'm just listening to what's going on. I mean, right now we're here based off of one person is lying, either I or David. We'll just cut straight into the point because we both can't be right about the situation because David paints me on the internet. I heard what he says to you, right? I know what he says to me. I know what it is. But on the internet, David goes on the internet to say that I am making all this up. I'm maliciously doing this. I'm mad because he didn't want me. Why is he going on around the internet saying that we was never in a relationship? Why he sat in his chair in front of you and said, I didn't even really like her like that. I mean, I guess she was pretty, but then tell you off camera that we was in a whole relationship. I love you, this, that, and the third. But on public, for everybody to see, he paints me like I'm this crazy ex-girlfriend who he didn't want, and that's why I'm doing this. Because you have to give me a reason for wanting to do this. There's no reason, there has to be a reason for a girl just being like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say, my son got raped by you and I'm gonna put it on the internet, I'm gonna ruin your life. Why would I do that? So if me and him were in a relationship, we were telling each other that we love each other, and then my son tells me something and this is what's going on, that makes more sense. But because he wants to paint me as I'm crazy, he has to say, oh, I ain't like her like that. He has to downplay our whole relationship. So we're talking about who's more truthful in this situation, and David's sitting here playing like we was never together. Well, so that's making the narrative in the media like, oh, she's doing this for this, that, and the third. But that's a lie. I'm not doing that because he didn't want me, because that's not the truth. I walked away from him, as I always did, and he begged to come back to me. But on the internet, I'm crazy and he don't want me and I'm just like a fangirl. In court documents, in our civil suit, he says that I fought him. In our restraining order paperwork that he put on me after I put one out on him. So that's another thing that he lied to you about. He said that he made a restraining order against me and then I put one on him. That's not true. I filed mine on November 1st. As soon as our police investigation was wrapped up, I went to go do it because I no longer had to be in contact with him because I was contacting David with the police on a phone to try to get him to confess. So after my investigation was done with them, I said, okay, I don't need to talk to him no more. I went to go get a restraining order. And then on November 11th, he put one out on me. And then his restraining order to me was I was physically violent with him. Put it 3 times in restraining order, got him in court, asked him under oath. He goes, oh, it was a typo. Why are you lying in court documents? If someone's saying that my son is saying that you touched them, why are you lying about different things? There should be no lies that come out of your mouth, especially when everybody is looking at you. So the fact that he paints me in the media as someone who's crazy and this, that, and the third is giving everybody a reason, oh, this is why she's doing that. We talk about money. He's never gave me no money. Like, he's never even bought me a Payless flip-flop. Like, if you want to be technical, David has asked me for money 3 times and I've always given it to him. And he owes me $2,000 to this day. So it's not about me getting money. I'm losing money. Like, going to court, like him doing all that stuff, that's attorney fees. Like, that's not me making money. And then clout. I was bigger than him. Like, I'm bigger than him. Like, I've been in the media. I've been in headlines. Like, I didn't need him for that. I've dated men that are bigger than him, more famous, more richer than him. Like, why? Our relationship was 4 months. Like, it was nothing. There's nothing that would make me want to go out of my way and just do something like that when I have my own brand, I have my own name, I have my own money, I have my own everything. And I'm just going to go drag my son into this. I don't even have my son on my social media because I don't like social media. It's not, everybody already knows who I am. It's not safe for my son. I keep it as a safety. You know, I'm very protective of my son. So I have a man painting me on the media, but if he's so innocent, what's the point of doing that? Just say you didn't do it, but that's not what he's gonna do. He's gonna sit here and try to make everybody look at me and take the attention off of him and go, boom, she's crazy. She's like the typical thing niggas do when you call them out. They tell you they this, that, and the third.
That was a lot. Well, let's just cut to the chase because I can tell like you are very worked up, and I'm trying my best because I don't want to trigger you in any kind of way because I can't imagine being in your position. My mom was in your position because I was touched as a child, and I just couldn't imagine being on the other side of that coin. And so, as a result, you know, I just move very differently, and if this happened. Because no one has been charged or anything like that.
Not
if
yet.
This happened, and I know that, and I'm
Not
just saying,
yet.
and if this happened.
It did happen. So you're saying if it happened in my face. It's not if it happened.
Okay.
It happened to my son. There is no if and buts about anything happening to my son at all. There's way too much trauma going on with my son for anybody to deny anything happening to him. The only reason why David did not get arrested was because we did not have the truth. The truth is that my son was penetrated by David. That did happen, but what was used was a lie. The reason why the screws sounded so crazy is because that was made up by a 5-year-old. That's why.
What took me.
Okay, but see, and then you said, oh, kids, when they know it, they're going to say it. That's not true. A lot of kids don't even speak on it. A lot of kids grow up, they don't talk about it. A lot of kids say stuff not believed. My son at the end of the day didn't want to tell me, which is why he was pooping on himself. My son was pooping on himself because he was scared to tell me. It was a result because when he told me on October 1st, pooping stopped. So when I went into that whole police process, then my son started having very bad nightmares. I'm talking, I sleep with him every night. He wakes up in the middle of the night crying. And then it's times where during the day, he would see the nightmares, the characters and the nightmares in real life. And he would break down and cry and I'd jump or something because it was that real to him. So the nightmares that my son was having, and this is on record because he's a therapist, is of a brown-skinned bald guy busting in his room to kill him with a knife. So my son is having dreams about nightmares about David. So pooping, nightmares about David, behavioral problems at school to where his guidance counselor and his teacher had to call and say, look, what's going on with Wesley? Wesley's in class. 1 second he's okay, the next minute he's not. So I had to tell them what was going on. So now his school is working with him. So my son, there is no lie. There's no lie or no, that happened to my son.
So why after you put out videos of your son confessing to you?
Right, and I'm gonna talk about that too, because you said that I said to Alex, to Wesley, don't say it's Alex because that's bad. That's not what I said. So I'm like, what? We can't lie on Alex, okay? Because if she didn't do it, we can't say that she did it. Because that's really, really bad. And you can't blame somebody for something like that, okay? You can't, okay? So I want you to tell me what's happened. Start from where you were. What happened? Please tell me what happened.
So where I were is...
I said, do not lie on Alex because that's bad. I said, do not lie on anyone because that's bad. And that video is a manipulated clip because that video,
that's why you're here.
Yeah, well, the video was manipulated.
Okay.
I mean, I sent him that video because I was in a control call with the police and they wanted me to try to get him to confess, which I knew wasn't going to work anyways. So I'm talking to him on the phone, whatever. He's too calm. He's just like, oh, you really believe that? Are you serious? You think I could do that? Like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. Go pick up Wes from school. Let's talk about it. And I was like, what do you mean let's talk about it? Like we're not going to talk about it. Like, so I'm hyped, whatever. So he's like, oh, I want to hear Wesley say it himself. So I sent him that video. So that video was 6 to 8 minutes long. So in the beginning of the video is literally a reiteration from what I already spoke to my son about off camera.
So David posted that video first. You posted a recording.
Yeah, I posted a recording. I never posted that video.
Okay, so the recording is separate.
The recording was like a month after.
Video.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 separate recordings.
It's a lot of different recordings and videos. That was the initial time he ever said that it was David. That was the first time he ever said it was David, and I was in shock.
And you sent that to Duty Low, and then he used that to say that, and it came across.
I coached
that
him, but
it did come
I don't
across.
understand how that came. I don't understand how it came across. If you're not putting anybody, you're not looking at it for what it is. You're looking at it to find fault in it. It was my son just told me that my ex-boyfriend did something like raped him, like sexually assaulted him, and I'm in shock. Like, I don't know what's going on. My mind is racing. I'm trying to figure out when it happened, when was he here, when are the dates. I'm trying to figure out everything. So I grabbed the phone. I already knew what had happened to him. I found out on the 1st. This would have been October 2nd, that night of October 2nd, which was a Saturday night, because I'm still asking him questions so I can understand the story. Before I go to the police, I'm not going to just go to the police and just run and say, hey, something happened to my son. Like, no, I had to make sure that it made sense to me. Now, the screws might not have made sense. It really didn't make sense, but the only reason why I believe this because 1, I believe something happened to my son. I know my son, so I know he's not lying about that. And then 2, my son really did describe screws, and then he said he threw them outside, so I really walked outside with him, and he's like, I threw it over there. So I go, and I really found screws on the floor. So I picked them up, and I said, was it this? And he was like, yeah, who was that? That was a lie. He just said that he threw something outside.
What was a lie? So
the screws.
I guess we're having a hard time from the videos because in the beginning, my son said that it was screws. That's what it was. So we did the whole investigation, and that's what we believed that it was. So he lied or you lied?
First of all, I never lied. These are not my accusations. But it's my son. Everything is coming from my son. Okay. Why would I lie?
Okay.
Why would I make up something like that? What do I look like?
Okay.
Like, that's not what this is. And if we're talking about truthful people, like, I'm not spinning narratives on the internet. So no, I didn't lie. This is what my son said, and this is what I believe, because I took a whole lie detector test to show that I believed what my son said, and that's what it was. Now, I have a brain. So just because I believe my son does not mean I never question the screws. Of course I questioned it. I questioned it when...
Brittany, listen, I know that social media has had a lot to say, okay? And I've already told you how I felt towards the situation, and I want everybody to understand, okay? And so I know there's a lot that's coming out, but I want us to see the bigger picture.
Okay, so the bigger picture is that my son was raped by David, period, point blank. Like, I don't...
I have to say allegedly because he has yet to be charged.
You could say allegedly, but it is now a new investigation going on.
So there's a new investigation because I did talk with I got the investigation.
So for original one.
Okay, this was the original one, and they said that they didn't find fault, or basically from what they investigated, you know, and I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I am declining this case because there is not reasonable likelihood of conviction. And I viewed the evidence on evidence.com. The doctor at the hospital examined the victim and said there was no sign of any physical trauma to the victim's anus. There were x-rays done, which revealed that there were no foreign objects with metal debris present, and the doctor noted that there was nothing abnormal and the victim was healthy. The nails were tested for potential. You've already said that was a lie, but they were tested. They didn't find any evidence on that. They also said the victim participated in a forensic interview, which is your son. The interviewer asked him if someone put him, and he replies, David, he's bad. He put 3 screws filled up in my bottom and it felt not good. My mom wasn't home. She was getting her hair done. She asked him if anyone told him what to say at the interview, and he replied, only my mom. Mm-hmm. And he said that his mom told him because she knew what the subject did.
Because she knew what he did.
Okay.
Knew what he did.
Because she knew what he did. You're right. Okay. And so he told me that his mom lets him stay at home by himself lots of times, and he is allowed to use the stove to cook when he is alone. He then described to me how he makes macaroni and cheese on the stove when he is home alone. And there is no legal way to prove what happened in this case. The only evidence anything happened is the testimony of now the 6-year-old victim, who cannot describe this incident with any detail or consistency.
All right, so boom, first point, medical examination. So for one, they do not do a forensic examination unless it has happened between 72 hours. They didn't do anything to my son at the hospital but do x-rays. Now, x-rays do not show anything but metal and bone. And all they also did was turn around, spread his cheeks, and look at his butthole. There was nothing there. I knew there was nothing there. That's all the tests that he did. There was no camera, no nothing put up him, nothing. So that doesn't show anything. And then I did my due diligence and I went and took him to whatever. They deal with the colon and the large intestine and the anus. Okay. And that doctor told me that I would have had to bring my son within 2 weeks of the assault. That by the time I had seen this specialist, it was 3 months later. And they said that I would have had to have 2 weeks. And so you have to understand how the anus works. Tissues, they heal. So everyone's like, oh, if he tears. No, that's not true. It heals. They heal, and especially for kids, very fast. And you know, you don't want to believe me? Google it. It's a simple.
Listen, I'm not
Google
here.
search. Okay, so that's one.
Okay.
Just because there's no physical evidence does not mean the crime did not happen. There's plenty of people that have gotten raped and they come back months later and they say somebody raped them and there's no physical evidence, but it does not mean that crime did not happen. Number 2, my son. That question was not, did someone tell you to lie? Because they always ask the kids when they interview, is anybody making you lie? My son did not say that I told him to say this. And I don't care how the police worded it. I could care less about how they worded it because the police do not think I'm lying. And I, had proof of that. I could show you, but I'm not going to play it on the camera. But for 2, if I was making this up and the police thought I was lying, I'd be in jail. It's called perjury.
Well, let me ask you a question.
And then also my son's testimony, he's 6 years old. So you say you were assaulted. So if you were assaulted at 5 years old, I don't know what happened to you, but for my son being a boy who was assaulted by his mother's boyfriend as a man, and my son is 5 years old, and the first thing he told me about how he felt was, I felt sad because no one had ever done that to me before.
AdamandEve.com. I'm talking toys, bondage, lingerie, and so much more. Plus, they have 24/7 customer service, so you can order at 3 a.m. if you ain't coming, if you get me, okay? And if something isn't working out, you can send it back within 90 days, no hassle. And if that's not enough, you can also take pleasure in knowing that 20% of their profits goes to help fight the spread of HIV around the world. So go on ahead and log on to AdamandEve.com. Use the code TASHAK for 50% off one item plus free shipping in the U.S. and Canada. Some exclusions apply now, but hurry up and visit AdamandEve.com so they can make you come. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content.
My son, just because his age, his mind and his age are two different things. My son knows what happened to him, and he knows that he was violated. So at the end of the day, I'm just, when we say, oh, allegedly and all this, that, and the third, like, no. In my son's statement, he's processing trauma. He's processing trauma. We got the truth out of him from his nightmares. It was him having the nightmares and him having a therapist that had to go through his nightmares to then him say it wasn't the screws. And then we get the now story that's now being investigated. And then I call a 3-year-old. So Alex, the baby girl, was always at the house. So yeah, when my son first told me, he first said, I was playing with Alex and I fell and hit a stick. I took that story and got everything out of it that I could get out by talking to my son. My son didn't just come out and be like, oh yeah, this is what happened. Like, it was hard for him. And I can't express how children express trauma. And my son playing in the police station, he was lying anyways, because it wasn't the screws. That wasn't the truth. He wasn't ready to tell the truth yet. So all that first investigation, and David want to come throw it in everybody's face. David knows that we know it's not the screws. David knows we know the real story, because I had court with him. I had restraining order court that happened sometime before you in his interview. And I asked him under oath. That was my last question. I said, if it was not screws that you used to penetrate my son, would it have been your penis? David did not answer. And then I looked at David and I asked him again. He did not answer. And I asked him again. He didn't answer. I got kicked out. Because I was about to jump out my chair. Because I'm asking you if you rape my son on oath and you're looking at me and you're not saying nothing. And that, I don't need anybody to tell me.
But let me ask you this. I just want to ask you this, okay? If your son told a story about falling on a stick and then the screws, and then you found the screws and you come out and, you know, the screws wasn't true, and now it's the penis. And let me ask you a question. Do you let him stay at home by himself and cook macaroni and cheese?
Obviously, that's a lie. My son does that. He wants to be older than what he is, so he likes to think he can do things he can't do.
You know this could have got you investigated, right?
No, because the police don't believe it. See, I'm not a bad mom. See,
I never said you was a bad mom.
Okay, so the police know that I'm dead ass serious about my son, and I'm dead ass serious about this. Okay. So it's not I could get investigated or anything like that. I know what my son's problem is. I know why he does that. I know why he says certain things like that. That's irrelevant. Let me ask you a question. All of that is irrelevant.
Let me ask you another question. So after you came out and you retracted, you made a very emotional...
I never retracted.
You said your son lied.
Yeah. Okay. So, excuse my demeanor. But I come on live. Had to do it now. Because I'm going to talk about the situation. Whew. I am like really nervous. Because It's a lot of crazy shit going on, and wow, has it been a roller coaster of a journey.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So, so after my son was having problems using the bathroom, and I asked him what was going on with him, and I talked to him, and he tells me that David stuck him, and yeah, I went to the police, and I did everything I could with the police because I strongly believe my child. Like I tried to talk to David. David really didn't, like, he reacted to it differently, so he didn't really want to help me type of shit. So me, I'm just like, all right, this is what my son's saying. He ain't really trying to help me. He's not really trying to help me clear his name or clear him out of the situation. He's not, like, he's turning it on me and telling me that I'm lying and try to make me look like I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that and I'm not. Like, I just literally was going off what my son said. Like, it's what my son said. It's what I believed. So I'm going off what he believed. So I'm trying to get the help from him to figure it out. And he's just giving me guilty. Like, he's just not really trying to help me. And he's bashing me, making it look like I'm making it up. And I never was. So I come to social media because I'm looking at it like the nigga, my son is out here walking free. Like, I'm not gonna just let him be out here walking free. He don't give a to help me. He don't give a shit. Like, he want to play me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was me and it's not me, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So I came on the internet and I exposed him because as a mom, as a single mom, like, I don't have a lot of brothers. Like, I don't have family and shit. Like, I don't got a lot of people that can help me with shit. So I felt like, okay, I'm not getting no help or whatever. So I came to social media. So I came to social media and said what I said. And me and him, everything that happened between him and I, that is very much so public that I don't have to go in and out about, you know what I mean? Like, he said what he said, I said what I said. We're in and out of court together. We both have attorneys. Like, it was something that he said he was serious about, and it was something that I was serious about. So David's family reached out to me and was like, we're going to make sure he takes a lie detector test. We're going to figure this shit out. So David went and David took a lie detector test today, and he passed. He passed with the person that I went to, and he passed with the person that he went to in Chicago. So David called me, his family called me, everybody told me David passed the test. He is not lying about, doing that. If I agree with the test because I went to, and I'm a woman by my word, I'd apologize. So I talked to David on the phone for like a couple hours, and then I spoke to my son with David, and my son lied. And I don't know why he lied. And I feel bad. I do feel bad. As embarrassing as this is, I feel bad that, what happened to David happened to him and everybody calling him names. I really, truly do feel bad. But all I ever genuinely wanted was for him to help me. That's it. Like, all the diss tracks and all that shit, like, that shit was just giving me, he's guilty. So it just wasn't helping me. It wasn't helping my case. So I was strong on, having my son back and standing on what my son said. Because at the end of the day, I don't know why he said that shit. I don't know where that shit came from. Like, I still got to sit down and talk to him. But we talked to him for a couple hours. And, I don't know, he made it up, said something like he just didn't know what to say to him pooping in his pants. So he just said whatever. So he just making shit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next video you made, it was very telltale. I believe you were in your bathroom, you were crying, you were very emotional. And you said that you were on the phone with David, who goes by Duty Low, the day before, And you didn't know that somehow David was recording you, and you found out that your son lied and he was telling you on the phone that he missed you.
Man, no, David manipulated me and he threatened me. And I can't talk too much about that because that's going to come out in court.
Fucking mom. I'm a good fucking mom. So, no, like, so it was like, all right, he could take the audio, he can go manipulate the audio and tell everybody this, that, and the third. Or I can just go and issue him an apology, a public apology, and he'll let everything go. I'll drop everything. I'll drop, you know how it looks bad that he has audio of my son saying that he didn't do it. It just looks bad. It looks bad. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. But at the end of the day, like, it's not far-fetched to believe that my son lied in the face of David. He knew David was on the phone. Like, he lied in the face of him. Just of him. Anybody else he tells it to. Anybody else, after I got off alive, as soon after one of David's homeboys called me. Zoo called me. And Zoo spoke to my son and said, I'm going to call you back. And spoke to David, and whatever David told him, whatever. He talked to my son, and my son said the same thing he been telling me. It's been the same thing. But the one time David's on the phone, David's in front of my son tense up and he lied. It's way more to believe that my son got scared to tell the truth in the face of the man versus my son making all this shit up. It don't make no sense. And then even after I get off the live, he back to calling me bitches and hoes and I'm psycho. He back to calling his friends, yeah, that bitch this, that bitch that. How the fuck did you sit on the phone with me all day? And I let you cry to me all day. And I let you plead your case with me all day. And you saying you miss me and you asking me who else I fucked and all type of shit. Oh, I miss your smile. You crazy as hell. And, oh, you flirting with me and everybody liked us together. You saying all this shit to me. And as soon as I go on the internet and I do what you wanted me to do, oh, we back to that bitch psycho. I'll see you in court.
I was backed into a corner and I had to do that. Because I felt like that's all I could do when I was in that moment. David is a manipulator. David is struggling right now because David knows I just opened up a new investigation. All this is coming because I just opened up a new investigation. And I have a witness. Baby Alex said she saw David chasing my son upstairs my house naked. She also says David did something to make Wesley cry. Then when you ask her what is that, she says, I don't know. I closed my eyes because I was scared. So the two kids have interviews coming up. So I'm not really worried about David and his antics and social media.
No.
Because it's clear as day what he's doing. It's clear as day who the liar is.
Listen, no. I'm not asking you about who's lying or anything like that. I'm asking you about your video because even though there's a police investigation going on.
Right, and this police know what happened. I told the police what happened. Like, they know what happened. David shouldn't even be contacting me. If David is suing me for defamation of character and I'm such this malicious girl and I'm really making this lie up to ruin this man's name, why is he calling me? Telling me, hey, I just passed the lie detector results, but hey, I don't want to put it on the internet. I'm tired of going back and forth with you. Let's just, let's just fix it. I just want to help you out. And I'm like, help me out. Like, it's been 5 months. You want to help me now? Yeah, I'm just so tired of going back and forth and just being all nice. And, I want to help you now. Like, why is he doing that? And then he turns around and then still says, I lied and she's crazy. She's this, she's that.
Brittany, FTN, how could you'll
have to wait and go to court to see it.
No.
Because my son took it back.
Manipulated after you found out as a mother that this man touched your son. There's no way
because
in hell.
you're not in my shoes, and so you don't know how I feel. So you can't speak on anything that you don't know.
But you made a video saying he said he missed me.
It doesn't matter.
He said he loved me. He said he was going to drop the case.
First of all,
so you had a phone conversation with the man that allegedly touched your son.
You're right.
It makes no sense.
I got a call from the lie detector people say that he passed his test. And it was his brother who called me. And then his brother three-wayed him on the phone. So then he gets three-wayed on the phone. So now I'm talking to him and he's just like, okay, well, I have the results. And first of all, he shouldn't be suing me because I'm not lying. I'm not lying about any of this. He knows that I'm not lying.
Well, it was a lie about the first thing.
What was a lie about the first thing?
About the screws. That was a lie.
That's not, first of all,
that particular statement was a lie.
My son at the time, that stopped saying, the point of the matter is that David sexually assaulted my son. And my son was too afraid.
Allegedly.
David sexually assaulted my son, and my son was too afraid to tell me the truth at the time.
It sounds like your son has a very, very
listen. We're not gonna play with my son. So we're not gonna play with my son.
Brittany, he told the people you let him stay at home.
It doesn't matter what he told the people. He's scared. You're attacking my son like my son is 20 years old or 30. He's a 5-year-old boy who is very much so confused.
You put your son on the internet.
It doesn't matter.
What you mean it doesn't matter? You put it on the internet for everybody to judge.
I did not put my son on the internet. I don't care about people judging me. I put this story out of what he did to my son, so hopefully it can help another female. Because if I would have gotten a DM from this man and I seen what I saw on the internet, maybe I would have thought twice about reaching back out to him. You can have all your opinions that you want to have about everything, and you can be closed-minded all you want.
These are facts. First of all,
there's a new investigation going on. How many times I gotta say that? I'm not worried about that. That was not the truth. It doesn't matter. The truth was that David did sexually assault my child. What the object was not the truth at the time, but my son can describe this man's penis. So at the end of the day, it don't matter what anybody say. I know what it is. I don't have to sit here and prove to everybody what it is. I told you who he was. You believe or you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm not lying about none of this shit. I would never do that. I put it on the internet so I can help somebody. I put it on the internet so maybe somebody else can come forward. I don't even know all your side eye and everything that.
I don't want to talk over you. I want us to have a conversation, okay?
No, we can't have a conversation.
Why we can't have no conversation?
Here in my face, you're going to paint me like I'm lying because I'm not going to talk.
Why are your eyes closed?
Because I'm, what do you mean?
Your eyes are closed while you're talking to me.
Because I'm not good with eye contact, especially when I'm upset. But, I mean, if you want to say I'm lying, go ahead. Everybody deals with trauma differently.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, listen, based off of him taking a lie detector test.
You seen the results?
I did see the results.
Yeah, you saw the video?
What video?
There's a video that come with the results. You just don't look at paper. You got to see the video and you got to see the results.
I looked at a statement from the lie detector test.
Oh, an email.
Yes,
I said, did you see the results?
I did see the results.
You saw the video.
Do you want to see the results?
You saw the video. I don't want to see the results. I want to see the video and the results. There's a video that comes with it.
Let's talk about your results and his results because
we can't talk about his results. We can't talk about his results because it's hearsay. Because I haven't seen them.
But did you know? But it's not hearsay. I have them right here. If you want to
have the video,
I have the results.
Do you have the video?
I have the results from the man. I have the results from the man you recommended for him to go under.
And that's okay.
Because you know the man. You know the guy.
I don't know him. No. I do not know that man. I only went to go take a test with him. That's not my partner. I don't know him. I don't know. No.
David went to the same man that you referred.
Yes, he did.
And you passed your test.
Yes, I did.
And he passed his test.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Where's the video?
Hold on.
Where's the video?
Hold on real quick.
I'm not worried about the results. I want to see the video.
Why are you not worried about the results?
Because I want to, that's paperwork. I want to see the video.
Here, listen,
I want to see.
These are the results.
I just want to get the truth out, bro. Just having that on my name, messing my money up, it's not me. So it's like, whatever I can do to clear my name.
The test is about to begin. Please do not move, do not take deep breaths, and do not hold your breath. Are you over 15 years of age?
Yes.
Will you answer truthfully each question about Wesley Elder?
Yes.
First of all,
First of all, they come on the they come in the email.
This was a physical copy, and he got an internet copy.
You want to know something? Let me tell you something, because I took this test.
Let me
okay,
see.
No, hold on, because my test results don't look like this. Okay, I have packets and paperwork. I got it on my email. It's in my email.
Let me see this one so I can compare them. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say a couple things about lie detector tests. I'm gonna tell you how it works. When I went to go take my lie detector test, it takes the doctor another 4 hours after he conducts the test to write up the paperwork, which is all the papers where he goes through the charts, he does all that. David supposedly called me once he first finished the test and then got that printout. I didn't get my results right away. I had to wait till the very next day, and I got all my results emailed to me.
Okay, so these are the questions that he was asked.
No, I'm not gonna talk about because that's no one has seen that test. I haven't seen the video. My test results do not look like that. You're not listening to me.
Okay, let me see your test.
I'm not gonna talk about the lie detector test with you.
Can I see the test?
We going next.
Can I see the test?
My lie detector test has over 30, 40 pages of paperwork that he had to type up. You giving me 2 papers.
Well, this is just the main paper.
It's just none of that. We didn't even have no I never even signed no paperwork like that.
Was John J. It looks like Palmeter.
Look,
PhD, was he your examiner?
Did you hear what I said?
Was Mr. Palmeter? Did you hear what I said? Why? Okay, but listen, you said these things on the internet.
Did you hear what I said? Okay, so I said we're not going to talk about the lie detector test.
No, we're going to talk about the things that you put on the internet.
Unless we see, because this is what you're bashing me.
I'm not bashing you. I'm asking you questions.
You're not listening. You wanted me to come and tell you my story, and I'm telling you.
Brittany, I sat here and listened to you rant for the last 30 minutes, and I did not interrupt. Okay. But the moment I say something, you interrupt.
That you're not listening to me, because I'm telling you that ain't what I got. And at the end of the day, that is a paperwork documentation with no. Let me tell you something, bro. When you get your results, they send you an email. So I'm going to send you the official email. You don't get no printout that you can just take a picture. And I waited a whole day after, and it got sent to my attorney, then got sent to me. David's attorney didn't even know anything about the test. Let's be clear. His attorney wasn't even there. She don't even have the results. So you're talking about me about a test you don't even know nothing about.
Well, that's why I'm asking you.
No, you're not asking me. You're like, you ask me a question, I tell you, you go, but this, but
you
that.
Said, let's move on. I said no.
Yeah, because if you're not gonna listen to me, what I'm saying about what I'm saying, and that's it. Because I'm not the liar, because you just sat in this chair and you told me you just sat in this chair and you letting David lie on the media about our relationship, and you told me in private he tells you the truth, but on the media he lies, and you put that out there. Why would you put that out there if you know that's a lie?
You sat here and said the relationship was nothing. You sat here and said the relationship was nothing.
Why would you put that? I never said that. You asked me that I love him. You asked me that I love him, and I said I'm not sure about that. But I did say our relationship moved really fast. I did say that. So what are you talking about? You know, I showed you the text messages.
We can drop this footage and roll back the tape.
You dropped the footage and roll back the tape where you edited.
You two were only together for 4 months and it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He's telling people it's nothing. What's the fucking big deal?
Not nothing like that. I mean nothing.
What you mean nothing?
I mean nothing to where if we broke up, I gotta go crazy and make up some bullshit lie like this.
So why would it matter if he tells people whether he loves you or not?
Because that's not the truth.
It seems like that's the issue.
No.
It seems like that's the issue.
Because he's trying to make me look crazy. He's trying to make me look crazy. He sat in his chair and said that we were not in a relationship. I was never her boyfriend. That's not the truth.
Brittany.
So don't lie about our relationship.
I'm not lying about your relationship.
Okay, but all I'm saying is
it seemed
you let him push that narrative that I'm crazy, and that's not the case.
No, Brittany. It seems
no, you let him do that, because why didn't you call him out? Why didn't you?
More concerned about how he projects you to the media,
because he's trying to make me look crazy.
It seems like he's
not even saying that my son is lying. That's the issue. Why don't he just say, "Oh, that little boy is lying"? Why does he have to say that I'm lying when he knows I'm not lying? Everybody knows I'm not lying, but it's because he wants to take off the negative energy from him and put it on me. So him going on the internet and saying we were not in a relationship,
you got on the internet and said you lied. You got on the internet.
I never got on the internet and said I lied. I never lied about nothing. That's not what I said. David backed me in a fucking corner, and my son took his story back in front of David, and then he peed in his pants.
In front of David.
Yes, he peed in his pants.
Why would you allow your son in front of David?
His pants because
the
David
person who allegedly molested your son?
Because David cornered me.
How would he corner you and he was on the phone?
He shouldn't have been on the phone.
Did he see you physically?
He manipulated.
This was a phone call.
I don't have to go. I told you I'm not going into that phone call. I already said that I was manipulated and I was threatened. I was backed into a corner. But at the end of the day, we're not gonna do this. I'm not doing this with you because you're letting a man. It's not about that.
I'm not allowing a man to do shit.
We're sitting here saying, let's tell the truth.
You got on the internet.
We're saying, let's tell the truth. And I told you why I said it. I told you why I said it.
It sounded like you missed him.
I told you why I said, fuck that nigga.
You did sound like you missed him. That's why you upset now.
So we think it's funny. All right, I'm done. You got your story.
So you done?
You got your story because
you've been yelling the entire time.
Because you're not listening to me. You're
Brittany, you talked for 30 minutes and I did not interrupt you.
You're trying to
tell me. So the moment I talk,
didn't
you can't come to my show and tell me to shut the fuck up.
I didn't say that.
You cannot do that.
I never told you.
I let you talk.
I never told you.
But that's what you're asking me to do. Let's move on. You don't want to answer questions.
It's not. You're not. Because you're not. I'm answering them. You asked me why did I make that video.
Move on.
Because I'm not talking to you about something that I cannot verify. I have never seen the results, and I'm not looking at that paper because that's not official. That's not the official.
It came from his attorney.
Now it came from his attorney. His attorney don't have the results yet because she just made an email.
No, she just emailed with your examiner and your lawyer.
And I saw the email.
Hold on.
I saw
Do you want me to show you the email?
I have the email.
Okay, so why are you saying that his attorney don't have the results?
She don't have it yet. She wrote that email to get the results. A week and a half later, his attorney is now asking to see the results. She don't have the results yet. She ain't see whatever you saw. She ain't see that. She just emailed on Friday asking to get the results. You want me to pull it in?
You got on the internet to say
you want me to pull the email? Why do you keep switching the subjects?
I'm not switching no subject.
Okay, so go back to why his lawyer don't have his lie detector results. Go back to why his lawyer just emailed on Friday for the results.
Well, listen, as far as technicality, when they got the results,
technicality.
however, or how they got it, I'm telling you what the facts say.
Whatever,
okay?
That's not no fact.
But you asked him, to take a lie detector test
that ain't no
under
facts.
your people.
That ain't no
This
facts.
was your examiner.
That ain't no facts.
So is your examiner lying?
That ain't no facts. I don't know what's going on. I can't speak on that. We'll figure it out in court. We'll figure it out on court.
You got on the internet to
we'll
say
figure
that
it out on court.
And
that's not true. That's not true.
Do you
it doesn't
know how
matter.
Embarrassing
yeah, it is pretty embarrassing. Nobody knows how I feel right now. Because my son got raped. So when you talk,
first of all,
no. My son got raped.
How do you know?
My son got. Listen, it's so sad.
You believe the screws.
It's so sad
you believe
that
him falling on the stick.
As a victim of you as a victim.
That's why I'm able to sit here.
Of you
Your
as a no, because I would feel like no.
Brittany.
My son is 6 and is processing trauma.
4.
He's processing trauma.
The hospital said there was no penetration.
Man, hospital.
Do you realize after a woman's hymen has been broken?
He don't have no hymen.
He has anal fissure. He has anal fissure.
And they would have been healed within 2 weeks. Did you not hear what I said?
No, not for a child. Not for a child with a grown man's penis.
I took him.
We're talking about blood.
First of all,
we're talking about him bleeding from penetration.
Yes, and
did you see blood in 2 weeks?
And he did bleed. And he did bleed. He said when he used the bathroom, he bled. Listen. I'm gonna give you that respect right now. I'll play the clips of my son telling what happened. I ain't doing it on here.
Okay.
I'm not doing that on here. Okay. But you coming at me and attacking me like I'm
not
lying.
attacking you.
But I already
You've been sitting here aggressive the entire time.
I'm aggressive because
you're waiting to pop. What are you waiting to pop for? I gave you a platform to tell your story, and you're not gonna attack me on my platform.
You're not letting me tell it.
No, you want me to ask the questions you want to ask. These are hard questions. I give you courage for even sitting here. They are hard.
They're not hard questions.
Because you want to move on.
They're not hard questions. No.
I'm asking you about the retraction.
I already answered that. I already told you that.
You know what that retraction, you know what you said in that entire retraction? He said he missed me. He said he was going to do away with the lawsuit.
That's how he manipulated me.
And so you allowed a man that allegedly touched your son to manipulate you and back you in a corner from a phone call after you blasted him on the internet over a lie. Yeah. And now all of a sudden you're manipulated. Brittany, I'm going to have to ask you to leave right now. All right. I know that was a lot. I see y'all in the comments going back and forth, okay? I will be posting
David's lie detector test, the full video on my app, TashaKLive.com. It does have a lot of personal questions. That's why it's not going out here on YouTube, okay? And so, because YouTube doesn't like personal questions and things like that, or personal information. And so, his results, as well as the official paperwork from the same guy that she suggested he go to, where she got her test results from, and he went and had a lie detector test and passed 99% telling the truth, and then when it had a second test done, telling 99% the truth. And so, long story short, this is what made me really question her story. One, of course, the screws, okay? And two, she made the retraction video. You saw that. My son was lying. She was smiling. She was happy. Anytime we even mentioned David, she was smiling and just kind of reminiscing and was upset about how he portrayed her in the media as far as their love life, even though it was 4 months. She said it wasn't nothing. He said it was really, it wasn't nothing. He always said that she was a cute girl. She seemed to be like a good person, but she had some mental issues, of course, that he thought. That was his opinion. But the real telltale thing was when she made the video the next day after she made the retraction video, because before she made the retraction video, she was on the phone with David the day before for 4 hours on the phone. And they were talking about getting back together. They were talking about how much they loved each other. She even allowed him to talk to her son. And her son was on the phone with him and things like that. And so from what I was told, and that's when I guess he got, the recording of the son saying, I know you didn't do it. And, he was supposed to be getting back with her. And then, after he thought about it, after she made the retraction, he said, no, you embarrassed me too much and we're not going to be together. And that's what caused her to make the video saying that she was manipulated and he had lied to her. And I'm like, you had been online, with these allegations months prior, and you're dealing with the police, and the only reason you took out a second investigation is because he said y'all weren't going to get back together, and that's what you thought, okay? And so she just really wanted the defamation of character lawsuit dropped. She doesn't want to lose any money, and another thing that was very telltale, my team purchased a ticket for her and her son to come to Atlanta. She does live in Florida. And, she was supposed to bring her son. She did not bring her son, okay? She left her son in Florida. Reports are to me that she doesn't really have any family, and that's the reason why she was always leaving him with roommates, or he was supposed to be left home by himself. And so she came here by herself. And we accommodated everything, hotel, whatever she needed, car, whatever. And she didn't bring him. And if my child was, first of all, I don't really let my kids go nowhere. I'm a really, really strict parent. My husband have to say, untighten the grip, because I am really strict when it comes to our children, because I was touched. And so, I don't believe in that spending the night out at nobody's house. I don't believe in, a lot of extra things like, if they got a man in the house that's not their father, you not spending the night over there. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I don't know him. And so I'm very strict based off of what I've been through. And it just seems like based off of this so-called trauma that her son has gone through, and a 3-year-old little girl was the witness who got her story wrong. And then the little boy, her son, who's 5, blamed it on the 3-year-old witness. And that's the video that you saw in here, which she was like, we can't blame the 3-year-old, Alex. We can't blame the 3-year-old. That's not what we can say. And so what did the son do? He came up with David's name. And so I showed this video because so many times we see women on the internet making these egregious allegations, targeting men, and it hits their pockets. And so if she had the audacity to come to the internet with it, I have the audacity to shut the shit the fuck down, okay? Now, like I said, the BTS footage is on the app, TashaKLive.com. You guys can go sign up on the website, then you can download your app, and watch the content. You can also see David's interview. You will see his lie detector test results as well as his lie detector test. He didn't want to put it out because he was using it for his defamation of character case against her. And so, and that is going forward. And so, and she did the retraction. because she thought he was going to drop it. But he said no, and I'm glad he said fucking no. Also, thank you so much to all the moderators. I know we just added some new moderators. Thank you to all the viewers. Okay, I appreciate all the donations and everything like that. You guys know we don't ask, but if you give, we do not stop blessings over here. Thank you so much for watching. I am extremely exhausted. Okay, it has been a long 3 weeks. All right, and I do want to tell y'all today that there will not be a Fuckery Friday next Friday. Okay, I will be on vacation. Okay, I need a sun bath. Okay, I'm trying to get a little darker. And so me and the hubby are gonna be spending some time. It's Valentine's Day weekend, okay? And we gonna get lit out the country. Now, also, so yes, please do not be here for Fuckery Friday, although we will be dropping content in between. Okay. What else? Please, guys, continue to keep Sade in your prayers. Jasmine has recovered 100%, so she'll be back with us the week after next. Don't forget, guys, I will be announcing, okay, our 1 million subscriber count. Don't worry, they'll be back. Give me about a month. Party, as well as my 40th birthday party celebration here in Atlanta. Okay, so we'll be putting up RSVPs for that, so you guys will be able to RSVP, fly in town. I know a few winos that I know personally have already kind of booked their flights and stuff, and so I will let you guys know the date as soon as I get back from my vacation. Okay, I'm going to be a wife and a hoe at the same time to my husband. You understand? So, like I said. Also, did I forget anything? Did I forget anything? Sleep? Is that what I forgot? Sleep? Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to hit me in a DM on UNWINEWITHTASHAK, on Instagram, or you can email me at UNWINEWITHTASHAK@gmail.com. Thank you to all 13,000 plus of y'all for viewing the video. Don't forget to like the video. We need your likes more than your donations, okay? That's one thing that I need. Also, if you want to advertise on my platform, please feel free to hit us at marketing@UNWINEWITHTASHAK.com, and Chelsea will get right with you. Also, what else? Don't forget to support the sponsors below, okay? We got a whole host of new sponsors that will be coming March, okay? So look out for that. But in the meantime, show Olive Leaf some love. We got tons of reviews on his product. Also, some Adam and Eve. I got me some Adam and Eve for my vacation with my husband next weekend. And so also, what else? Did I miss? Huh? We gotta go. My husband said we gotta go, okay? Bye!